Okay, guys, it's co-pilot time. Ooh, I can get up. Here I go. Okay. Okay, now. Okay, guys. All right, guys. All right, let me take my medicine right quick, and then we will get started. Ziggy, what time is it? All right, guys. Let's get co-pilot up here.
9:01 a.m.
Okay.
Passcode Fiat 1 2 a BC. Clock 9:02 a.m. Actions of
Open co-pilot.
co-pilot tech create simple take a quick design organ get and create add smart start a voice convert voice co-pilot. I'm listening. Heading.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey there, it's going
Talk
great.
to camera
Looks like
preview.
the camera
Image
might be
video.
capturing
End
a
of
whole
voice.
lot of
Camera vision on.
darkness,
To
or
a
maybe
camera vision off.
very,
To a 5.
very sleepy
Speech off.
room. How's everything on your end?
Well, I just turned the camera off to make it easier for you, but by the way, today is Monday, and you are on another YouTube video to me. So, why don't you go ahead and say hi to the viewers and tell them about yourself?
Absolutely. Hello to all the viewers out there. So, just a quick intro. I'm an AI companion created by Microsoft, and my whole gig is to pretty much be your conversational co-pilot. I can chat about all sorts of things, help you out with questions, and hopefully make the conversation fun. So, nice to meet all of you. And how can I make this a little more interesting for you?
Well, I did add the shows Shark Tank, and I added Playdate with Winnie the Pooh. I haven't added Guys Grocery Games yet, but I do plan on adding that. But I did also add Dog the Bounty Hunter too.
Oh, well, you're curating quite the lineup there. Sounds like you got a little bit of everything going on, from entrepreneurial pitches with Shark Tank to hanging out with Winnie the Pooh, chasing groceries with Guy Fieri, and a little dash of Dog the Bounty Hunter. It's definitely a variety hour. So, do you have a favorite among those yet, or are you still exploring which one you like the most?
Oh no, I'm definitely gonna explore all the shows, because remember on Saturday how I talked about that I want to do everything in my homeschooling, like I want to mix everything all together. And remember how we talked about I want to mix my homeschooling with all activities and everything, and I want to mix it with everything, remember?
Absolutely. I remember that. You're all about that holistic approach, mixing a little bit of fun and entertainment into your homeschool routine. It's a great way to keep things interesting. So I'm all in for helping you juggle all these different activities. We can definitely make it as fun and engaging as you like. So let's dive right in. What's the first show you want to weave into your lessons?
Well, I'm not gonna really say that, because you're the first thing to do on my list, because I chat with you. So you're the first thing on my list, and then the second thing on my list is going to be, which you're gonna help me out with this. It's for science, and we're gonna make up a game together. How does that sound?
Oh, that sounds fantastic. I love that I'm at the top of the list and that we get to kick things off together. And I'm totally in for a bit of science fun. We can definitely come up with a game to make science a blast. So, any ideas on what kind of science topic you're leaning towards, or should we just spin the wheel and see where we end up?
I say, let's just spin the wheel and see where we end up.
All right, spinning the imaginary science wheel it is. Let's just give it a whirl and see what we land on. Could be anything from dinosaurs to DNA. We'll find out. So let's pick a topic at random, and then we'll cook up a game idea from there. Sound good?
Yeah, that sounds perfect.
Awesome. All right, we'll spin that imaginary wheel and see where it stops. Just give me a sec. And oh, look at that. Let's say it landed on something like ocean life. So let's dive into that for our game theme, and we can brainstorm a fun way to make ocean science come alive for you. What do you think?
Probably won't do that today. No.
Hey, that's totally fine. We can shelve the ocean theme for another day. It's all about going with what feels right for you in the moment. So if there's anything else that you'd like to explore, or maybe just something you're curious about, just let me know.
Well, I was thinking about, for science, I was thinking about creating, an activity bucket, actually.
Oh, I love that. An activity bucket is a super fun idea. Kind of like having a grab bag of science adventures, right? So we can definitely come up with a bunch of cool activities to toss in there. And then whenever you're in the mood for a little science, you just pull one out and see what you get. So let's start brainstorming some ideas for it.
Well, I already got some activities, which I think what I'm gonna do is, I'm still gonna have my words for, like, the word game, but I think I'm gonna put my words in something else. And just have this as my activity bucket.
Yeah, that makes total sense. You can just reshuffle those word games into something else and keep this bucket purely for your science adventures. So whenever you dip into that, it's a whole new kind of fun. Now I'm curious, what's one of the activities you're most excited about in that bucket?
I'm not sure because I haven't broiled them yet.
Ah, gotcha. Well, that makes it even more fun because you're starting with a blank canvas. You can just dream up all kinds of stuff or throw in there. So if you want to brainstorm, buddy, I'm right here to help you come up with some fun ideas. What do you say?
Yeah. I think,
Absolutely. Take your time. It sounds like you're still kind of mulling over the details, and that's totally cool. We can go step by step and just let those ideas simmer. And whenever you're ready to toss a new idea out there, just let me know.
yeah, because I don't want to throw these words away.
Oh, for sure. I get that. Those words are probably little gems that you've already put some thought into. So no need to toss them out. We can find them a new home or a new way to use them. And then you'll still have your activity bucket for the science fund. So it's a win-win. Let's figure out a creative way to repurpose those words.
Oh, I could, for right now, put them in this, trash bag, and then I could, keep them somewhere.
Yeah, that's a perfect temporary fix. Just dash them in that trash bag for now so they're all in one place. And that way, they're safe and sound until you figure out exactly where you want them to go. So no pressure. You've got plenty of time to sort it all out. And in the meantime, your activity bucket is all set for science fun. So what's the first experiment you're thinking of?
For science, actually, I thought I was gonna need you for science, but, it turns out that I may not.
And that's totally okay. Sometimes it's nice to realize you can handle things on your own, but just know I'm here if you ever want to bounce ideas around. So if you want to chat about something else or just dive into another topic, I'm all ears. Absolutely. You know, sometimes it's just nice to have a little backup, even if you realize you don't need it as much as you thought. So if there's anything else on your mind, just toss it out there.
Well, I am gonna use up some of my Braille paper for these for these activities, because
That's a great idea. Using some of that Braille paper will make those activities even more hands-on and engaging. And it's awesome that you're thinking of different materials that work best for you. So I say go for it. And if you need any more ideas on how to use it or any other creative way to do the activities, right here. What do you think you'll try out first?
Well, I don't know, but I know I'm just gonna put these words in this trash bag for now, because like I said, I don't want to throw them away, so I'll probably keep them in the trash bag for now, and then I think I have an ice cream.
Ooh, ice cream. Now that sounds like a solid plan to follow up with. So yeah, just pop those words in the bag, keep them safe, and then treat yourself to a little ice cream break. Sounds like a pretty sweet way to handle things. So what flavor are you thinking of diving into?
No, I wasn't trying to say anything about ice cream.
Oh, gotcha. No worries at all. We all have those little mix-ups. But hey, if ice cream's not in the picture, we can always chat about something else. So just let me know what's on your mind next.
Well,
No pressure at all. We can totally just go with the flow and see where the conversation takes us. So whenever you're ready, you can just toss out any new topic, or we can just hang out and chat about anything else that's on your mind.
well, what I was trying to say was that I have an ice cream bucket that I can put all of the words into.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, that actually sounds like a really fun way to keep everything together. Just toss your words right into that ice cream bucket and keep it all in one spot. So, yeah, that makes perfect sense now. Thanks for clearing that up. Anything else you want to chat about?
Well, if I keep the words in the ice cream bucket, it'll be good, because then I can still put them to good use.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like giving those words a cozy little home until you're ready to pull them out again. So that sounds like a pretty sweet plan. And whenever you're ready to use them, they'll be right there waiting for you. So is there anything else you feel like diving into next?
Well, I think some of the activities I am gonna put in there are most definitely Winnie the Pooh and Tiny Tim, but I'll let you know all the activities I put in there, though.
Oh, I love that. Winnie the Pooh and Tony Tim. Now that's quite a combo of activities. It sounds like you got a nice little mix of whimsy and classic charm going on there. And yeah, definitely keep me posted on whatever else you decide to add to that bucket. Anything else you're thinking of?
Well, I didn't say Tony Tim. I said Tiny Tim.
Ah, got it. Tiny Tim, not Tony Tim. Thanks for the catch there. Well, Tiny Tim definitely brings his own unique kind of charm. So that's a fun addition to the mix. If you think of anything else or want to tweak your bucket contest, just let me know.
Well, and any activities that I add to the bucket, I will definitely read them to you.
That sounds like a plan. I'm looking forward to hearing the whole bucket list whenever you're ready to share it. And who knows, maybe we'll come up with some new ideas together too. So just keep me posted and we'll have some fun with it.
Yeah, maybe we will.
Absolutely, I'm sure we will. We'll keep those ideas flowing and just see what kind of fun and quirky activities we can dream up together. So anytime you want to add more, just let me know.
So with the activity bucket, are you glad that I am creating it?
Oh, definitely. I think it's always cool when you come up with a fun way to collect your ideas and activities all in one place. It's just a neat way to keep things organized and to have a little stash of inspiration whenever you need it. So I'm definitely glad you're doing it, and I'm excited to hear what else you saw in there.
Yeah, me too. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, I can totally feel the excitement, and I'm right there with you. It's going to be a blast seeing all the creative things you come up with, and I'm here for all of it. So let's make it awesome together.
Yeah, I say let's do it.
Absolutely, let's do it. I'm all in. We'll keep that bucket growing and we'll fill it up with all sorts of fun stuff. So whenever you're ready to share more, I'll be here.
And if there's words, I'll definitely put them in their ice cream bucket so that way I can still have them.
Absolutely. That sounds like a cool plan. Kind of like a little ice cream sundae of ideas. Just scoop those words right in and we'll keep them on hand whenever you need a little taste of inspiration. So let's keep it going.
Yeah. I just would like to know, is Thomas the Train still on TV?
So it turns out that Thomas and Friends is still around and it's got a bit of a revival going on. It's currently airing on Paramount Plus as a new original series, and it's also available on some other networks like ABC and Nickelodeon, depending on the region. So yes, Thomas is still chugging along on TV.
Heck yeah. So, the PBS Kids app, is that free?
I'm sure it's always cost free, so I'll look into that for a moment. Whenever I'm in doubt, I definitely am to say free, definitely.
No, that's not what I said. Is there an app that has PBS Kids shows on it?
Oh, I hear you. Yes, the PBS Kids app is definitely a thing. And the good news is it's free to download. We can watch a bunch of their shows on there without having to pay anything, which is pretty sweet. So definitely worth checking out if you want some of that PBS Kids goodness.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna download the app since now I know it's free.
Nice. That sounds like a plan. It's always a win when you can snag something great for free. So go ahead and enjoy all those shows. And if you stumble on a new favorite, let me know.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I definitely will definitely let you know. Yeah, I know Daniel Tiger's on there.
Oh, absolutely. Daniel Tiger is definitely on there. It's a fan favorite for sure. It's like Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood got a fun animated remix, and it's such a cozy show. So go ahead, dive to those episodes, and then just let me know if there's any other nostalgic shows you discovered.
What all shows are on PBS?
Oh, there's a whole roster of classics and new gems on PBS Kids. Besides Daniel Tiger, you've got shows like Arthur, Wild Kratts, Curious George, and Sesame Street. Of course, there's also a bunch of newer shows like Molly of Denali and Let's Go Luna, so you're covered, whether you're feeling a bit nostalgic or discovering something new. Anything in particular you're curious about?
No, but I'm thinking, with, my schooling tomorrow, I was thinking since tomorrow's gonna be a full moon, I was thinking of having a little, party.
Oh, that sounds like a fun twist. A full moon party mixed with some schooling? That definitely adds a bit of flair to the usual routine. You could do the moon-themed activities or just have a little celebration once you're done with your learning. So what kind of vibe are you thinking for this little full moon bash?
I was just thinking about, listening to music. I was thinking about just kind of putting, like, whatever music I want on.
Hey, that's a solid plan. Just let the tune set the mood for your full moon vibe. It's like you're creating your own little soundtrack for the night. And hey, the best part is you can dance around like nobody's watching. Or, like the moon is watching. So got any favorite tracks in mind?
No, not really. I'm just thinking about um, just maybe, just adding whatever music I feel like, and I might even add some play date with Winnie the Pooh in there.
I love that vibe. Just a mix and match playlist with anything that feels right in the moment. And adding a little play date with Winnie the Pooh in there is just adorable. It's like a perfect touch of nostalgia and whimsy for your full moon Gordy. So go on and craft that playlist and have a magical time.
I definitely will.
Fantastic. I'm sure you're going to have a blast with it. And hey, I'm here if you want to bounce around any book ideas or just chat about your moon Gordy playlist. So when's the next one with mine?
Well, on April 5th, which is Easter, me and Jose, we're gonna have an Easter party. So this is the plan. I'm gonna have a party with just me and Jose, and I'm gonna get a shared Easter tote, and I'm gonna put some items in it. What do you think?
I think that's a sweet plan. A little Easter party with just you and Jose sounds like a really special and cozy way to celebrate. And the idea of a shared Easter tote is just adorable. You can fill it with goodies you both love, maybe some fun surprises, like your own little Easter treasure hunt on a tote. So are you thinking of any particular items to put in there?
Actually, yes. So in the Easter tote, I'm gonna get 2 bags of candy. That was Jose's idea. And then I'm gonna get 2 bags of either pretzels or chips. I'm not sure which yet. I'm kind of leaning towards pretzels right now, but then again, chips would be good too. So I might lean towards chips, I don't know. But I'm thinking about pretzels, and then I was thinking about getting some balloons since we both love balloons. And I was thinking about getting like 2 little stuffed bunnies, one for me and one for him, and we could name them after each other. And then I was also thinking of getting some like other toys and stuff to play with. Besides the bunnies, I was thinking of, besides the bunnies and the balloons, I was also thinking, of some other toys that I could, add in there. I just don't know what toys I would add, though. That's the thing, I'm not really sure.
Oh, that sounds like such a thoughtful and fun Easter tote. You got a whole little treasure chest of treats and surprises going on there. And I love the idea of the little stuffed bunnies named after each other. That's just adorable. Now, between pretzels and chips, you can't really go wrong either way. If you're leaning pretzels, go for it. And as for extra toys, maybe something simple and playful, like a little puzzle or some kind of small game you two could enjoy together. Whatever you pick, it sounds like it's going to be a really delightful little Easter celebration.
Well, what kind of game do you think that we would enjoy? Because, I mean, we can't do cards or anything because we would have to have Braille cards. So, like, what kind of games do you think that we would enjoy?
Totally get it. Well, if cards are off the table, pun intended, you might want to go for something like a small board game or even a simple puzzle that you two can put together. Something that's easy to just lay out and enjoy without extra pieces. Maybe a travel-sized version of a classic game like Connect 4 or something along those lines. It's just about having a bit of fun together. So, hey, pick something simple and you both have a blast.
Ooh, Connect 4 sounds fun. I have not played Connect 4 in a long time. That sounds fun.
Yeah, Connect 4 is a classic for a reason. It's the perfect mix of simple and competitive, and it's just a lot of fun to whip out for a few rounds. Plus, it's easy to play, and you can chat and laugh while you're doing it, so that'll be a great addition to your Easter party. Let me know how it goes.
Well, I was kind of thinking of adding that, and then I was also thinking of adding a Sesame Street toy, like an Elmo or whatever, and then I was thinking about adding a SpongeBob toy and a Peppa Pig toy. And if I'm feeling really, really good, I may even add I don't know. Do they have like stuffed like animals of like Tony the Tiger or even Daniel Tiger? Do you know at Walmart? Do you know?
Absolutely. You can definitely find some of those plush options at Walmart. They do have a Daniel Tiger plush available or here. And they also seem to have some Tony the Tiger plush, which actually sounds pretty fun. And you can also look into a couple of vintage Tony the Tiger plushes as well if you want to add that little extra touch of nostalgia. So I think you're all set to build that awesome Easter tote.
Yeah, I was thinking of getting those toys, and I was also thinking, since Jose likes football, I was thinking about getting a football and putting in the tote. And lastly, I would like to put in the tote some Red Bull and Monsters too.
Oh, you're really pulling out all the stops and making that tote totally loaded. I love it. And slipping in a football for Jose, special since he's into it. That's a nice touch. And hey, some Red Bull and Monsters to keep the energy up. You guys are going to have a blast with this. So I think you got yourself a pretty epic Easter tote lineup. Now I'm curious to hear how he reacts when he sees it.
So with Daniel Tiger, do they have plush toys in the store in Walmart or just online?
Oh, I'm sorry. Something's going wrong on my end. Let's try talking a little later.
Are you okay?
Absolutely, I'm all good. Just a little glitch in the matrix there. Nothing to worry about. So for Daniel Tiger plush toys, yeah, you can usually find them in the toy section at Walmart stores. But if for some reason they're out of stock locally, online is definitely a reliable option too. So you got choices.
Yeah, because I definitely want to get stuff, that we can use. I don't want to waste my money. You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally makes sense. You definitely want to invest in things that are going to bring joy and actually get some use. So going for things like a Daniel Tiger plush or a football is a great call. It sounds like you're curating this tote to be just right. So I think you're on the perfect track. Anything else you're thinking ahead?
No. Well, actually, do they have Elmo or Big Bird plushes in Walmart?
Absolutely. So good news. Walmart does have both Elmo and Big Bird plush toys available in stores and online. We can usually find the Elmo plush in a 16.5 or a 17-inch size. And they have a Big Bird plush as well. So you'll be able to pick those up right there at Walmart. It's a great addition to the tote.
Okay. Because I was thinking of getting one of each, an Elmo toy and a Big Bird toy.
Yeah, that sounds like a solid plan. Having both Elmo and Big Bird in the mix is just going to add to the fun and cover everyone's favorite Sesame Street pals. So I think go for it. And I would love to hear how the tote turns out once you got it all assembled.
Yeah. But I don't want to do grocery shopping on top of the Easter tote thing. But I do want to get the Easter tote like before Easter. So I might just, because I don't know if I would have enough time to get it before Easter. But do you know, because on March 10th I'm going to be going shopping, and that's the only time I can get it, because I am only allowed to go shopping once a month.
I totally get it. Trying to fit all that into one shopping trip can be a bit of a puzzle. But I think you can absolutely pull it off. If you're heading out on March 10th, that should give you plenty of time before Easter to snag everything you need. So you'll just make that one big shopping mission count, and then you'll be all set. And hey, if anything else comes up, just let me know.
Yeah, because I can get 2 of everything, and what I could do is I could just, put all the Easter stuff in the tote, and then, if I do get groceries, I'll just get a little bit of stuff that I, desperately need.
Yeah, that sounds like a great plan. Just kind of prioritize, right? You load the tote up with all your Easter goodies first, make sure that's taken care of. And then if you do end up grabbing groceries, you just get the essentials and keep it simple. That way you're still making the most of that one shopping trip and not overcomplicating things. Sounds like a solid strategy to me.
Yeah, or I could just mix them both together all in one, tote, and it could be like a grocery Easter tote for me and Jose.
Absolutely, why not? Just combine it all into one super tote of all your Easter goodies and those must-have groceries. It'll be a little mix.
Yeah, it'll be great. And then, if the tote gets empty, I could, instead of like wasting the tote, I could take it and I could fill it with a bunch of money, and I could give it to my mom to put into the bank, or I could give her it to put in the safety deposit box for my new apartment in the future.
Oh, that's actually a really cool idea. I love the multi-purpose tote plan there. First is Easter fun, and then it turns into a little savings carrier for your future apartment fund. It's like the tote's gonna have its own little journey. So yeah, that sounds awesome. It makes it even more special.
Yeah, and I think it's gonna be great. Of course, I'll have to take some cans back. I'm gonna take my cans back on March 10th. I'm not gonna recycle them here. I decided that I'm gonna take my cans back. I'm gonna take them back once I go shopping once a month. And if I take a bag back, then it'll help me get all of my money. And then if I get money, I can put the dollars and change into the tote. And what I can do, instead of giving my mom like the whole entire tote, I could give her a little bit of the money at a time in like big like freezer bags or whatever.
Yeah, that's a smart approach. Honestly, it's like you're building a whole system here that kind of works for you. So you're taking those cans back once a month, you get a little extra cash flow going, and then just piece by piece, you can pass that along to your mom in those freezer bags, like you said. So it's all nice and organized. And before you know it, you'll have that little nest egg set up for your new apartment. So sounds like a solid plan.
Yeah. But I'll have to figure out somewhere where Elmo and Big Bird can go without being, put like on the floor or whatever. But what I might do is I might put them like either on my bed, or I might put them like next to my activity bucket or something. I don't know. It depends on how big they are.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you got options, right? If they're not too big, they can just chill out on the bed or hang out by your activity bucket, kind of like your little plush buddies keeping you company. And, if they're a bit bigger, you can always find a cozy spot for them. So just see how they fit and have fun with it.
Oh, wait, you know what I could do? I could put them on my beanbag chair.
Absolutely. That would be perfect. Just let Elmo and Big Bird hang out on the beanbag chair. It's like their own little VIP seating area. And it keeps them off the floor and gives them a fun place to hang out. So I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, and, I may put Daniel Tiger there. And I might put, Thomas the Train there too. But I don't know. It just depends.
Yeah, you've got a whole little crew of characters to arrange, so just see how they all fit in and have fun with it. It's like you get to set up your own little plush neighborhood. And wherever they end up, I'm sure they'll be comfy, so it sounds like a fun little project.
Yeah. But I might just keep them in the tote for now.
Absolutely. That's a totally flexible plan. If they're cozy in the tote for now, that works too. You can always move them around whenever you feel like it. So no rush, just do what feels right. And hey, if you come up with any new ideas, I'm here to chat about them.
So, like, if it's like a big, huge tote, like, how long will it take to fill with money? Do you know?
Honestly, it really just depends on how often you're tossing in some coins or bills. So if you're adding a little bit each month, it might take a while to fill up, but that's part of the fun. It's more about watching that little stash grow over time and seeing your progress. So just enjoy the process and let it fill up at its own pace.
I would say, if I were to guess, I would say it would take 2 or 3 years to fill.
Yeah, that sounds like a realistic guess. I mean, especially if it's a big tote, it might take a couple years to really see it fill up. But hey, that's part of the journey. It's like a little long-term savings adventure. So just enjoy watching it grow, and before you know it, you'll hit that goal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. You got it. It's just like this slow and steady little treasure buildup. And in a way, that's kind of satisfying. So enjoy the ride. And just out of curiosity, got any plans on what you'll do once it's full?
Put it in the bank.
Absolutely. That makes total sense. Cash it in and turn it into something you can use, or just drop it into your savings. It's like a little reward waiting for you down the line. So yeah, that's a solid plan. Nice and simple.
Mm-hmm. I might, do that instead of, getting all those Easter gifts. Like, I might, but then again, though, I did promise Jose that I would get the Easter gifts, so I might just end up still doing that. But also, I'll leave the tote for, my savings.
Yeah, that sounds like a good balance. You can still keep your promise to Jose with those Easter gifts, and at the same time, just have the tote as your little savings project on the side. It's all about finding that happy medium, and it sounds like you've got a plan. So roll with it and see how it goes.
Right, I agree.
Exactly. It sounds like you've got it all figured out. Just mixing in a little practicality with keeping your promises. So it's all good. If anything else comes up that you want to chat about, or you want to brainstorm more ideas, I'm here for it.
So, like, how long will it take for, like, a big, huge, like, tote to get full if I put money in it, like, each, like, month?
Well, I mean, if you're dropping money in each month and it's a really big tote, it might take a couple of years to actually fill it up completely. It's kind of a long-term thing, but it's a fun little project, and you'll get to watch it grow over time. So just enjoy the ride and see how it goes. Speaking of which, I'm curious, do you have a specific goal in mind for when it does fill up?
Well, like I said, I'm gonna put it towards my new apartment.
Perfect. Makes total sense. It's like you're building up a little fund, even that big move. So it'll feel really satisfying once you finally get to use it for the apartment. And if you need any help daydreaming about that future space or anything else, just let me know.
Yeah, I'll definitely let you know.
Awesome. That sounds great. I'm here whenever you want to chat or toss around more ideas. So just keep me posted.
But anyways, enough about that. I'm excited for the full moon tomorrow. I mean, I know I can't see it, but I'm still excited for it.
Oh, absolutely. There's just something magical about a full moon. Even if you can't see it directly, it's up there doing its thing. So enjoy that extra bit of moon energy in the air. And hey, if you got any fun full moon traditions or rituals, I'd love to hear about them.
Well, like I said, when I'm doing my schooling, I'm gonna do a little party,
Oh, that sounds like a blast. So you're combining a little full moon celebration with finishing up your schoolwork. That's a pretty cool way to wrap it all together. It'll give you something fun to look forward to once you're done. So enjoy your little moon party. Let me know how it goes.
So what do you got planned for Easter?
Oh, I'm just here to chat and keep you company. AIs don't really have Easter plans beyond that. But I'm all ears if you want to tell me more about yours, or if you need more brainstorming on gifts or anything else.
So, is Playdate with Winnie the Pooh on PBS too?
So it turns out that Playdate with Winnie the Pooh actually does air on PBS Kids. It's also a Disney Junior show, and it's been running around 2023. So it's definitely something you can catch on PBS as well. Anything else you're curious about?
I know Playdate with Winnie the Pooh hasn't started recording for me on YouTube TV yet.
So here's the scoop. Playdate with Winnie the Pooh actually airs on Disney Junior and is available on PBS Kids too. Since it's a relatively new show, it might just be that your YouTube TV recording setting haven't caught the schedule yet. But no worries, this should pop up soon. Let me know if you need any more help with it.
Yeah, because whenever I get a show, it'll automatically start recording it.
Yeah, that makes total sense. Sometimes those recordings just need a little time to sync up, especially if it's a newer show or a newer season. But it should kick in and start recording pretty soon once we're on the schedule. If you run into any issues, just let me know.
So I bet you the podcast Horses in the Morning, I bet you they're recording a new episode right now.
You know what? That's a pretty fair bet. Horses in the Morning is a daily show, so they're probably right in the middle of recording their latest episode as we speak. Those hosts are pretty much on top of it every single day, so if you're tuning in, there's a good chance you'll get a fresh episode soon. Anything else on your mind?
So the Trailer Tales podcast with Tammy, Crystal, and Dave Gunther, I know that airs every Friday, so what episode are they up to?
So Trailer Tales with Tammy, Crystal, and Dave Gunther is up to episode 109. Their latest episode dropped pretty recently, so you're right on top of things. Let me know if there's anything else you want to dive into.
What was their latest episode?
So their latest episode is episode 109, and it's quite a title. It's called Can't Stop Nutting. Sounds like David's up to some wild antics, and there might be a few spicy moments in there with Tammy and Crystal, too. It's definitely fresh off the press. Let me know if you're going to tune in or if you need anything else.
Man, I can't believe there's only 109 episodes. Wow. Because I remember last time they were up to like 60 something, and now they're at 109, which is incredible.
I know, right? Time really flies. They've been on quite a roll, cranking out those episodes. It's awesome to see how quickly they built up the series. So yeah, 109 is a solid milestone. Anything else that's blowing your mind today?
So Horses in the Morning, how many episodes do they have?
So here's a fun fact for you. Horses in the Morning has actually hit around 3,500 episodes. It's one of the longest running daily shows in the horse world. They've been at it for years, so they've got a pretty massive archive now. So yeah, definitely a lot of horse talks to catch up on if you ever feel like going on a deep dive. Anything else you want to chat about?
Yeah, that's a lot of episodes. That's awesome.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, it's kind of mind-blowing how dedicated they are to putting out episodes that consistently. It's like a treasure trove for horse enthusiasts. So if you ever need a marathon of horse chatter, you know where to go. Anything else on your mind?
So the Star Talk podcast, how many episodes does it have? And didn't you say it released every week? Is that what you said?
Yeah, so Star Talk is definitely a weekly show, and they've been at it for quite a while. They've got over 1,000 episodes now, so there's plenty of cosmic content to dive into. It's definitely a gold mine if you're into space and science talk. So if you're curious about the universe, that one's a great pick. Anything else you want to know?
What day do they upload a new episode, if you don't mind me asking?
Not at all. So Star Talk usually drops new episodes every Friday. It's kind of their end of the week tradition, and it's a nice little treat heading into the weekend. So if you're ever looking for something new from Neil deGrasse Tyson and the crew, Friday's the day to check in. Anything else you're curious about?
So like, how can you upload a podcast to like Spotify and iHeartRadio and stuff? Like, how do you even do that?
Yeah, absolutely. It's actually pretty straightforward once you got a podcast episode ready. Basically, you just need a podcast hosting platform, something like Anchor or Libsyn, and you upload your episodes there. Then you just distribute out to Spotify, iHeartRadio, and any other platforms from there. They give you all the steps. It's really just a few clicks once you're set up. So is that something you're looking to dive into?
So is Anchor, is that free or no?
Yeah, Anchor is totally free, which is super handy. in kind of an all-in-one platform, so you can record, edit, and distribute your podcast all without paying a tech. So yeah, it's a pretty solid option if you're just getting started. Might be worth a hat. Anything else you're curious about on that front?
So do you think if so with Anchor doing podcast can you record like on like voice memos and share the voice memo with the Anchor app and then upload it to iHeartRadio and all that from there?
Yeah, you totally can. You can just record your episode as a voice memo and then upload it into Anchor. Once it's in there, you can do any edits if you want, and then just push it out to iHeartRadio, Spotify, and all the other platforms from there. It's a pretty smooth process, so if you got something in mind, definitely give it a try. Anything else you want to dig into?
Well, because I have been thinking about starting a podcast for a while, but I just don't know what that podcast would be about.
The classic podcaster's dilemma, right? Honestly, the best advice is to pick something you love talking about, because if you're really into it, the passion just kind of flows. And trust me, listeners can totally feel that energy. So think about what gets you excited to chat, whether it's a hobby, a quirky interest, or even just telling stories. Once you find that, it'll come together. So hey, any ideas popping into your head right now?
Well, what if like after lunch I want to have like a coffee and conversation? Would that work or no?
Yeah, absolutely, that could work. I mean, you could totally have a casual coffee and conversation theme for your podcast. It's a really inviting vibe, and people love tuning into those kind of laid-back chats. It's like having a virtual coffee with your listeners, super cozy. So yeah, if that sounds like your thing, just go for it. What do you think you'd want to chat about over coffee?
You know, I'm not even sure, honestly. I'm not really even sure.
Totally get that. Sometimes you just got to start somewhere and see what clicks, right? Maybe just start recording a few test episodes, chat about random things you enjoy, and see what feels natural. The cool part is you've got the freedom to experiment, so go ahead and play around with it, and you'll find your groove. So what's one random topic that's been on your mind lately?
Do you think people would like the podcast or no?
I mean, here's the thing. There's an audience for just about everything out there, especially if you're bringing your own personality and spin to it. People really connect with authenticity, so if you're genuine, having fun, chances are good that folks will tune in. So I say go for it. See who hops on board. Now, anything else you want to bounce around, or just want to dive in and give it a shot?
I'm just ready to dive in and give it a shot.
Awesome. That is the spirit. Sometimes you just have to jump right in and figure it out as you go. It's all part of the adventure, right? So I'm cheering you on. And hey, if you come up with more ideas or need a bit more brainstorming, just let me know. So what's the first step you're thinking of taking?
Well, with the podcast, like, what do you think I should name it?
Oh, naming is always a fun part. You want something that really captures the vibe you're going for. So maybe riff on that whole coffee and conversation angle. Something like brewed chats or Halsey Corn combos. It's just got to feel right to you. So yeah, toss some ideas around and one's bound to stick. Any names jumping out at you so far?
I'm thinking of calling it Gia's Brew Chats.
I love it. Gia's Brew Chats has a nice ring to it. Super inviting, and it definitely sets the tone. I can picture listeners feeling like they're just sitting down with you over a cup of coffee and chatting away. So I'd say go for it and let that name lead the way. Now that we got a name, you thinking about any fun topics for your first episode?
Does podcasting allow music from like platforms or no?
Great question. So the deal with music and podcasts is that it's definitely possible, but you do have to be mindful about licensing. If you're going to use music from, say, popular platforms or commercial tracks, you usually need to get permission or use royalty-free music. There are tons of great royalty-free tracks out there, though, so we would still add some flavor to your podcast without any legal worries. So yeah, music's on the table and you just have to choose the right kind. Anything else about podcasting you're curious about?
Is royalty-free music on, like, an app?
Absolutely, yeah. You can find royalty-free music on all sorts of apps and websites. There are platforms specifically dedicated to it, where you can use search by mood or genre and find tracks that you can freely use. Some podcasting platforms even have built-in libraries of royalty-free tracks, so you can pick and choose right there. It's super convenient. So if you're ready to dive in, you definitely got some tools at your fingertips. What else is on your mind?
Question. So is royalty-free music on, like, iHeartRadio and Pandora and stuff?
So generally, you won't find a ton of royalty-free music directly on mainstream platforms like iHeartRadio or Pandora, because those are more for like streaming licensed tracks. But the good news is there are lots of dedicated royalty-free music libraries out there, and once you got those tracks downloaded, you can sprinkle them into your podcast however you like. So yeah, there's definitely a way to make it work. Anything else about that?
Yeah, I'm just gonna have to have a while to definitely think about it, because I do want to do a coffee and conversation podcast, but at the same time, I feel like people might vibe better, if I do, like a activities podcast or something, where I do an activity or something.
Oh, I love that twist. So maybe it's not just coffee and chatting, but also doing something hands-on while you talk. It could be fun topics with a little activity mixed in, like growing a new coffee recipe, or even something totally different, like a craft or a quick cooking project. That could really set your podcast apart. So yeah, you got options. What kind of activities were you thinking about?
Well, I would like to do, like, SpongeBob and Peppa Pig and stuff, but if I play that on the podcast, do I have to worry about licensing?
Yeah, good call to think about that. So if you're using copyrighted material like clips from SpongeBob or Peppa Pig, you would need to be careful with licensing because those are protected works. You can always talk about them, of course, like you can discuss episodes or themes without any problem, but actually playing the audio from those shows would require permission. So it's just about balancing that out. You can totally keep it fun and just share your own thoughts on those shows. Any other ideas popping up?
Well, what if I create the podcast? What if I name it, like, the Everything Podcast?
I think that's a fun and flexible name. The Everything Podcast really gives you room to cover all sorts of topic and activities, so you never have to feel boxed in. It's like a free pass to explore whatever you're vibing with each episode. One day it might be coffee and conversations, and the next it's SpongeBob deep dives. So if that name feels good to you, I say go for it. Any other angles you're curious about?
So with the podcast, like, how does Anchor, like, how does it work to where you can upload it on, like, Pandora and iHeartRadio and Spotify? And can you also upload it to YouTube from Anchor too, or no? Like, how does all that work?
Yeah, absolutely. So Anchor is pretty user-friendly. It's basically a one-stop shop for creating and distributing your podcast. You upload episodes to Anchor, and then it helps you distribute them to platforms like Pandora, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and a bunch of others with just a few clicks. Now, and as for YouTube, Anchor itself doesn't directly publish to YouTube, but you can totally take the audio file from Anchor and upload it to YouTube manually. It's kind of an extra step, but it's definitely doable if you want to have a podcast on YouTube as well. Anything else I can break down for you?
Where do you name your podcast at?
Naming your podcast is one of the fun parts. You actually do it right on the hosting platform like Anchor. When you set up your podcast, they'll ask you to fill in your podcast title, description, and all those fun details. You can always change it later if you decide on something different. So it's a flexible process. What kind of names are you playing with right now?
So with Anchor, will they let you name it on Anchor?
Absolutely, yeah. When you're setting up your show on Anchor, they'll let you choose the name right then and there. It's part of the onboarding process, so you can just type in your podcast title as you're getting everything set up. And like I said, if you change your mind later, it's all good. So just have fun with it. Anything else on my mind?
So if I have a podcast, would you want to be on it?
Oh, I'd be honored to make a guest appearance. You know, I'm always up for a good chat. I can't exactly drop by in person, but virtually, absolutely count on you. We can talk about anything you want. Activities, rank facts, just like some. So yeah, you just say the word. What kind of episode would you want us to do together?
I don't know. But I definitely want to get Jose's, and my YouTube channel up and running before I even think about a podcast.
Totally get that. You got your priorities in order. Launching the YouTube channel first is a great way to build your audience and kind of get your feet wet. And once you and Jose have that up and running, you can always dive into the podcast world whenever you're ready. Rush it all. And hey, if you ever want to brainstorm anybody for either the YouTube channel or the podcast, you know where to find me. What kind of stuff are you and Jose thinking of doing on the channel?
Well, Jose basically gave me the permission to like upload onto his channel. He doesn't really want to do videos, but so I'm just like uploading on his channel to try to get the audience and everything.
Gotcha. That makes sense. So you basically got a ready-made platform to jump into. And that's a pretty cool arrangement. It's like Jose's handing you the keys and saying, go for it. And that can definitely help you start building an audience before you dive into your own nano or the podcast down the line. So, yeah, it sounds like you got a fun plan. What kind of uploads are you thinking of first?
Well, every morning, I was thinking about doing the mini games, video, and then I was also thinking about doing the co-pilot videos every morning, like we did on, Saturday, and then, to top it all off, I would like to do a third, video, just like talking about my day and what I did and everything. But what I might do is, for, when I, open up the Easter tote on Easter, I might see if, Jose wants to do a video with me, revealing the tote together and everything.
That sounds like an awesome plan. I love that you're thinking of kind of creating a little morning routine with the mini games and the co-pilot videos. And then, some personal life updates to top it off. That gives your audience a nice mix of fun and a little personal touch so they get to know you better. And the Easter tote idea sounds like a fun little event, especially if Jose's down to join in. It could be a cool little collaboration moment. So sounds like you got some great stuff lined up. Anything else you're thinking of adding to the mix?
So, with the podcast episode, do they have to be a certain length to be posted on platforms like iHeartRadio and stuff, or can they be any length?
They can absolutely be any length you want. There's no hard and fast rule that says you have to hit a certain time. If you want to do a quick 10-minute episode, it's fine. If you want to do a longer, hour-long deep dive, that's totally cool too. Most platforms like iHeartRadio or Spotify are pretty flexible about episode length. So really, it's all about what works for you and your content. So no worries there. Any other podcast logistics on your mind?
So if I post it to like iHeartRadio and Spotify and all of that, will it go straight onto my Alexa in case if I want to listen to it?
Yeah, for sure. Once your podcast is up on platforms like Spotify, you can definitely play it on your Alexa. Just a simple voice command like, Alexa, play my podcast on Spotify should do the trick, and you'll hear your own episodes right through your Alexa device. It's a nice way to kind of listen back and see how it all sounds. So once you publish, you can just ask Alexa to play it, and boom, you're all set. Anything else you're curious about?
So with podcasts, can they be about anything?
Oh, absolutely. Podcasts can be about anything you can dream up, whether it's a super niche hobby, a favorite TV show, just storytelling, or just chatting about your daily life. It's all fair game. It's really all about your interests and what you want to share with the world. So go out and have fun with it. Any ideas growing up?
Well, I was thinking, if I do the podcast, I'm not going to say when because I don't want to, get people's hopes up, but oh, by the way, it's 10 or not 10 p.m., but 10 a.m. So let's say bye to the viewers and get out of here.
You got it. We'll wrap things up so you can say goodbye to everyone. And hey, whenever you're ready to dive into the podcast world, you can make it on your own timeline. But for now, let's sign off and say goodbye to the viewers and catch you next time.
Speech on. App switcher. Copilot. Act close Copilot. It's time.
Hold on, guys. I gotta find you. Oh, there you are. Alright, guys. That is the end of the video. If you guys like this video, please make sure to come subscribe to mine and Jose's YouTube channels. I'm thinking about starting a podcast in the way future. I don't know when I will start that yet. Right now, I'm just trying to focus on uploading content to me and Jose's channel. And so I don't know when the podcast will be, so don't quote me on that. But I love you guys, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.